In this video, we're going to give you the secrets of the best armor sets in the game. In particular, we're going to rank them from worst to best. So all the legendary sets, we're going to rank all 6 of them to worst to best, and also tell you how you can get them as early as possible in the game, and also what story unlocks you need to get each armor set. Subscribe to the Linus Wilson channel. We give you the secrets to crush Horizon Forbidden West. So Horizon Forbidden West has the new legendary item class for weapons and armor, and that was not in Horizon Zero Dawn. So it's the gold level that is the highest level armor sets in the game, and you get them one of 3 places. You either get them in Thornmarsh, which is on the west coast, southwest coast of the map. You either get them in the arena, so 3 armor sets are in the arena, or you go through a list of challenges for the Oseram Artificer armored set. 18 quests in all to get the Oseram Artificer set. And we'll see if that correlates with what is the best armor set for most players. Alright, so we're going to start out with the Tenakth Tactician. This is the 6th best armor set in my opinion for most players. It's a machine master armor set, right? So if we look at it at its highest level, you can see that it's weak versus acid and purge water, but it basically gives you buffs for if you've overridden machines. The problem with this is the machines that you override are absolutely terrible in the game. Even on the easiest difficulties, they get killed so easily. I kept on losing my mounts constantly in this game, and for much of the game I would go without a mount just because my mounts would get killed. You'd ride on them, they'd get into a fight, you wouldn't be able to call them away before they got killed, and you'd have to override a new one. The other problem is that you can only override 2 mounts in the game, or 2 machines, 1 mount and then well, you can have a flying mount, but you can also in terms of land mounts, you can have a land mount, and then you can have an overridden machine. And while you can direct overridden machines to attack, and if you had a really big one, that would be really cool, for most cases, it's just a pain to deal with the machine master. So I don't think a lot of people are going to take advantage of the machine master playstyle. I don't think it's something to maybe change up kind of after you've completed the game, but it's not going to be useful for most circumstances. So the 5th best armor set is the Oseram Artificer set. And I think this is going to surprise a lot of people because it's the only armor set that had its own little quest line. The other thing is that, a lot of people get caught up in the Oseram Artificer because that quest line starts really early. It starts in the dawn. And so, to actually complete it, you have to do level 30 quests, and you have to have the breathing apparatus, which you get in the Poseidon quest, so when you're recovering that AI. So you have to actually be fairly deep in the story. All these armor sets require that you've completed Dying Lands and established the base. So you have to get in the real Forbidden West. You not just go past Embassy, you have to get past Dying Lands and get the base. And all these things are not available until you've gotten into that western region. But the Oseram Artificer set, its fundamental problem, it doesn't really have any, unlike what I think a lot of videos will tell you, its stats are very similar. Its endgame stats are very similar to those of all the other armor sets. The problem is its buffs are for power attack, resonator buildup, resonator damage, Valor Surge Master, resonator blast, and energized duration. And like 5 out of those 6 skills that it comes with when it's fully upgraded is warrior tree skills, which is the melee. They've changed it up in this game versus Horizon Zero Dawn, but still, it's a play style that's only going to really be good for humans or small machines, and really this game is about the big machines. So if you're playing melee against tremortusk, you're going to get trampled a lot, right? Or against a fire claw or a frost claw or a thunderjaw. Melee is just really not the best play style for this game, and it's only useful in specific circumstances, and if you just really like the melee pits, then the Oseram Artificer is good. So it's a good. So if you're deciding to do the melee pits early on in your playthrough, then maybe you're gonna want to upgrade this. But it's not the best all-around armor set for when you're ranging around in the world or doing most quests, for that matter. But if you're in a tight quarters, Oseram Artificer is not bad. So the fourth best armor set is the best looking armor set, at least before you dye it, is the Carja Stalker Elite, which is not surprising. The Carja style stuff has always kind of looked good in the first game, Horizon Zero Dawn, but in Horizon Forbidden West, the Carja Stalker Elite is a nice looking armor set, very cute with its hat. So definitely the most stylish, probably not one of the most useful. So I put it as high as fourth best, just because of its looks, because I think a lot of people care about the skins even more than the benefits. But still, even with that, it's not that great. Now, it does have a higher smoke bomb capacity and a little bit higher low profile and quiet movement. So it does have a little bit, that's the other thing in its favor, is that it is a little bit of a stealth set, but it's not the stealth set, it's the trapper set. And so, because most people don't do the trapper, and they've really nerfed the trapper in Horizon Forbidden West compared to Horizon Zero Dawn, then it's not really that useful of an armor set for most playstyles. I don't think I've set a trap since I went into the Forbidden West. And you're really limited in the number of traps you can set. This allows you to set more traps, and if you get deep in the skill tree, then you get to set more. But overall, I don't think this is the set for most people. Okay, and then the third best set is the Tenakth Vanquisher. So I don't like the looks of this one so much, but maybe you will. But the key thing for this is it is a truly armor set. Its focus is on keeping Aloy alive in tight situation. So I think in that sense, as a survivor set, it makes a lot of sense. Like especially if you've got a tough boss fight where you're constantly going down, and even if the boss fight doesn't involve plasma and fire, you might want this because you're getting to low health. Maybe you're using up all your health reserves. If you are afraid of dying, basically, this is the set for you. I don't think it's personally that great, and I wouldn't personally use it much, but you might want to have it as a spare for certain situations. And then the second best set for me, and I think for all players, is the Nora Thunder Warrior. So I think most players are going to be playing the Hunter play style, that you're going to focus most of your damage on bows, either from short range or long range or mid range. And so more concentration regen, more stamina regen, and more stealth range, and occasionally a heavy weapon. All that is really, that's the way you're going to play, right? It's weak against frost and plasma, but it's a pretty awesome set. And if I thought just purely in terms of the damage stats and the usefulness, it would be number one. But I think there's one set that's even better. So just in terms of where you get the Thunder Warrior, you get that in the arena, right? You get the Tenakth Vanquisher. You also get that in the arena, so that was our number 3 set. The Tenakth Tactician you get at the Stitcher in Thornmarsh, and the Oseram Artificer you get from a line of quests. And the Carja Stalker Elite also is in the arena. But this last one you get from the Stitcher in Thornmarsh. And this is actually the first armor set you can get progressing the story. So pretty much once you leave the complete Dying Lands, and once you establish the base, you can run to Thornmarsh and buy this. And you can actually get the machine parts to purchase it. I think right then that there are behemoths available without advancing the story. For instance, in the hunting ground near there, but there are also some in the open world, I think. And then you can also, so you can get this immediately once you enter the Forbidden West, even before opening the arena, which the opening arena means that you have to complete almost all the way Kulrut. So under the Aether quest line. So why do I think the Utaru Winterweave is the best set? Is because stealth is so important, and the low profile bonuses and quiet bonuses are so important, because the world in Horizon Forbidden West is just chocked full of machines. And if you fight every machine you come across or every foe you come across, you're just going to get exhausted exploring the world, right? You want to actually fight the machines you want to fight for the things that you want, right? And you want to get to the missions that you want to get to. So running around the world, not riding, because the riding is going to alert machines, and it's going to make them go after you, and alert enemies and make them go after you, and you'll lose your mount. But running around the world in the Utaru Winterweave, you get the resistances that are pretty much the same as all the other sets, but you're less likely to be detected, and you can take advantage of stealth buffs such as Silent Strike, if you get really close, or overriding machines if that's what you need, or it makes it easier to get a few free shots. And so getting a few free shots before you're detected, I think, is more important than the buffs that you get from the Nora Thunder Hunter armor, Nora Thunder Warrior Hunter set. So that's why this is the number 1 set. So let's go and look at where you can get these items. So we're going to look at the map here, and the first one that you're probably going to come across is the Salvage Contracts. I think you start picking it up in Barren Light, but right here, and then you get the Salvage Contract Barren Light, which after you open the embassy, and then you are going to get the Salvage Contracts Greenswell up north, which is just a little northwest of the base. And then the next one in terms of level is the Still Sands Contract, and there's going to be a set of contracts there. And then the final one in terms of level is going to be right here, the Rain Trace Salvage Contractor, right? So the top, in terms of the quests for the Salvage Contracts, and this is all for just that Oseram armor set, which I ranked as 5th best, but maybe it's 6th best. I mean, it's going to depend. You have to do all these quests, and the highest level quests are 30, right? So you got a 30 level quest, and there's also one that requires you to be diving, so you must have the breathing apparatus, which you can only get if you go down the quest line to get in the Sea of Sands to get the Neptune AI, right? And so without the breathing apparatus, you really can't get the Oseram Artificer. So it's actually the last armor set that you probably could get in the game. You can get the other ones earlier, right? So in terms of the 3 of the armor sets are going to be in the Maw of the Arena, right? So the Maw of the Arena, you can see here, it's kind of midway in the Forbidden West. So if over here you've got the base, the Maw of the Arena is over here. You want to do the lowest level main quest to start out with to recover Aether, and then you'll get Kulrut, and then when you defend that area, when you defend the Memorial Grove and defeat the forces before you turn Aether back into the base, you're going to get a quest to open the Maw of the Arena, and then you're going to do for arena medals. You get 54 medals, and at the arena vendor, they're going to be able to, they'll sell you for your medals. Right, here's the arena vendor. They'll sell you these sets, right? And so to get every legendary in the arena, you pretty much almost have to complete it. But, you know, if you do it on story, it's really easy to cheese. You also have to pay money to play in the arena, but it's worth it because you get these 3 armor sets, right? The armor sets are the Nora Thunder Warrior, right? The Carja Stalker Elite, and the Tenakth Vanquisher Survivor armor set. And then there are 2 armor sets that are in this place at Thornmarsh. And like I say, there's no level gating to get to Thornmarsh except that you have to complete Dying Lands and have opened the base. So once you get access to the Forbidden West, the real Forbidden West, not the no man's lands between the embassy and the base, but the real Forbidden West, then you go to the Stitcher here, and the Stitcher is going to have these 2 armor sets. And you should be able to get the materials for this without advancing the main quests. At worst, just doing the first Aether quest, it will get you one of the elephant things, what do they call it? My brain is blanking. But anyways, will get you the materials that you need, and then you should see my video, which will tell you where you can get the dreadwing very early. So, let's see if we can find it. So this is the Stormbird and the dreadwing. You can get that fairly early, and there's actually several places that you can get the tremortusk. But you for sure can get one in the Aether quest line, which is the first main quest after you establish the base. So in terms of the first one that you can get, those 2 sets, or the 2 sets in Thornmarsh, are probably the first. I would say maybe the Tenakth Tactician, you have to probably wait until you complete Kulrut, and you don't have to complete Kulrut to get the arena open, but you have to get it mostly completed. So the Utaru Winterweave is probably the first one you can get in Thornmarsh, and then you can get the 3 in the arena after that. The Tenakth Vanquisher, the Carja Stalker Elite, and the Nora Thunder Warrior. And then after that, after you complete Kulrut, then this Slitherfang is going to show up in the desert, but it absolutely did not show up in the Slitherfang in the desert here. Did not show up until after I completed Kulrut. So I think you have to maybe turn in one of those subordinate functions for Gaia to get, and then after that that'll allow you to buy the second set in Thornmarsh. So you've already bought the Utaru Winterweave. You can also then buy the Tenakth Tactician Machine Master in Thornmarsh. And then the last one, of course, is the Oseram Artificer. So you have to do the Salvage Contracts, and those are main story gated through the Poseidon, which is a higher level main story quest than for the Aether subordinate function, and their highest level quest is level 30. So you really are going to get the Oseram Artificer as your last armor set. Subscribe to the Linus Wilson channel. We give you the secrets to crush Horizon Forbidden West.